Hi and welcome to Mystic Do's first impressions of TU10. This first video is just going to be discussing the changes to HardWired. As you can see on the screen, I've just brought up a weapon talent. I haven't got it yet, so I can't try that. But I just thought I'd show it. It's called In Sync, one of the new talents. It's in an enemy grants 15% skill damage. That's going to be very useful and possibly future perfect. I'll try them and test them when I get them. It might be a nice increase for us. But this is just a hardwired set. So there's been a couple of changes. The main change is to the feedback loop, where now it gives a 30-second cooldown as opposed to a full reset. I don't believe it's going to make that much different. I'll just quickly show you my gears. So I'm running Seeker Mind. Just let you have a quick look at mods. I'll just flick them on screen, then you can stop it if you need to see which ones are on. And the 4-piece hardwired with China Light knee pads and with an holster. You can have them either way around, it doesn't matter. With an, you could have China holster or with knee pads. It's just to get that 15% explosive damage from the China Light and the plus 10% skill damage from the Wyvern. Now, the mask, chest and backpack has mods in it, as there's no damage mods. I've just put haste in. It's as good as anything else on a hardwired build because it's all about impact damage rather than status effect damage. It also looks as well, there's been some buffs. My Seeker Mind showing a cooldown there of 8.3 seconds. Yesterday it was 31-ish seconds, so I don't know where that extra haste has come from. So if you know where it is, feel free to tell me in the comments below. The Stinger Hive, as you can see as well, the bleed damage, I think that was sat at around about 37k yesterday on this build. It's now at 58k. So we're just going to see how the mechanics work with the Seekers and the Stinger. As far as I know, everything else has stayed the same. So you will need to hard reset your Seekers if there's no target up. You will need to hard reset your Seekers if your target is out of range. Anybody else doing a skill build at shooting range? I noticed that this has changed as well. So skill haste, enabled, disabled. Maybe that's where I'm getting my skill haste from. No, it's still the same. That previously said reset cooldowns, so why they took it off, I don't know. Absolutely no point. Some of the decisions these lot make are absolutely mind-boggling. You know, I'm not saying they're all bad or they're all good. They're just bewildering. But, you know, right. So let's get an headshot up. Shut Seekers out. They're hitting for about 3.3 million with Spike. As you can see, that's reset my Seekers. If I send it out there, no targets. Did you see me Seeker come back to me? So I just wanted to show you that. As you can see, it's on floor here. That will happen. You need to watch for that, guys. Otherwise, you'll have to hard reset it. Although now it's not as punishing because we're on like 8-second cooldown. So now we'll do it without. We'll change difficulty so we don't kill them as easy. Hopefully there'll be some. I really wish they'd put legendary mobs in here, just so you can see how long it takes you time to kill and other factors. But anyway, right, Seekers are going out. Boom, boom, boom. Right, we'll put the Stinger out now. That should reset the Seekers. So, as you can see, it's reset the Seekers. I'm just going to hold on to the Seekers for a second, because we need to have targets. Seekers are out again. And then Stinger back out again just to reset the Seeker. Although I actually put it out too early then. But as I've only got a couple of seconds, it's no big deal. Let's get a headshot to bring up Spike. And I've dropped my Stinger outside of me, as you can see. Sometimes you can do that just to reset your cooldowns. I actually messed that up then. There we go, it's reset now. Some of my mines are hitting for 3.7 million. If I was running in a group with Coyote Mask, that's going to be more. I don't have a lot of crit on this. The crit chance, crit damage is very low. So yeah, there you go, HardWired. It still feels that there's still a couple of fine tweaks that could make it a bit more fluid. And even though these pieces are maxed out, it's nice to see the Hive doing a bit more damage. But as you're using your Hive to reset your Seekers, I'd like to have seen a bit of a buff to the Seekers. But they're frightened to death. There was over. Well, they weren't. They said it was overpowered in TU7. It wasn't that they were overpowered. It's just that everything else was shit. And rather than balance everything else, it's just easier to nerf an outlier. So I'd like to have seen a buff for TU10 to the Seekers. I suppose if that air stays as it is, you could say that's a bit of a buff because you're going to get them. You're going to get them used more. So I need to try that now with an all yellow build, a full skill build without the HardWired, because with that kind of build, you can get more damage on your Seekers. I think I was doing about 4.5 million base damage with Seekers on all yellow. So we'll see how that's changed in TU10, and if I think it's worth having a look at, I'll chuck up another video for that. So for now, Mystic Dude out. I will see you again.